Hello everybody, and welcome to our YouTube video. Today we're going to jump right into the hidden secrets of money, episode 2. Hopefully you watched episode 1 from Mr. Mike Maloney. And the reason why I'm sharing this information is because I definitely want us to win all of 2019 financially. And the best way to win is to understand financial history, especially monetary history. So hold on and let me cue up that video for you in just a moment, The Hidden Secrets of Money, episode 2. And we'll watch just a few minutes of it and go right into an amazing solution presented by Carrot Bars International.
The world is going to have a new monetary system in this decade that we're in. We're going to experience this huge deflationary crash around the world, and people will just lose confidence in currency. And what do they always go back to throughout history? Time after time, for the last 5,000 years actually, they always go back to gold and silver. We are entering a period of financial crisis that is the greatest the world has ever known. The wealth transfer that will take place during this decade is the greatest wealth transfer in history. Wealth is never destroyed, it is merely transferred, and that means that on the opposite side of every crisis, there is an opportunity. The great news is that all you have to do to turn this crisis into your great opportunity is to educate yourself. I believe that the best investment that you can make in your lifetime is your own education. Education on the history of money, education on finance, education on how the global economy works, education on how all of these guys, the central bankers, the stock market, how they can cheat you, how they can scam you. If you learn what is going on and how the financial world works, you can put yourself on the correct side of this wealth transfer. Winston Churchill once said that the further you look into the past, the further that you can see into the future. This program is all about creating your own crystal ball, being able to gaze into the future, being able to change this crisis, the greatest crisis in the history of mankind, into your great opportunity. So it all started back in 1999 when my sister and I hired a financial planner to help my mother with her assets. We gave him control of the family's assets, and in the next year and a half, he lost 50% of what she had. You know, he would come to us every 6 months. We'd have a meeting, and he'd have this smile on his face, just ear-to-ear smile, going, "We did really well. The S&P lost 24%, and you only lost 18." And so I fired him and I moved all of her assets to cash, and I dove into studying the financial markets, which led me into studying the economy. And when you start reading about the global economy, the people that are concerned with trade deficits and budget deficits, it's the hard money advocates, the gold community. And once I started reading them, they also write about monetary history, and then I really fell in love. Because monetary history just repeats and repeats over and over again, echoing all the way back to the beginnings of civilization. Gold and silver have been the predominant currencies for about 5,000 years, but it wasn't until somewhere between 680 BC and 630 BC that they became money. That's when they were minted into coins of equal weights somewhere in Lydia, where each coin was the same size and had the same weight. This made them interchangeable. It's called fungible. At that point, they became useful as a unit of account, a measurement. You could price a good or a service in those gold or silver coins in a certain number of them. And it was always the same for anybody whenever they were buying that good or service. But it wasn't until they made their way to the world's first free market society, the prototype of democracy, cradle of civilization, Athens, that they exploded in use. Suddenly, money found its natural home, the free markets. Athens was the first society to have a working tax system and free markets. This enabled them to rise to the pinnacle of civilization. Their prosperity allowed them to create great works of art and achieve a level of architecture and engineering that the world had not yet seen. Here we are 2,500 years later, and people are still in awe of their achievements. It was truly a fantastic period in human history, and the Athens star shone brightly for many years. So this begs the question, what went wrong? How did such a great and powerful civilization fall? The answer lies in the same pattern that we see throughout history: too much greed and too much war. It was when the Athenians got involved in the Peloponnesian Wars, a war with Sparta, that their monetary problems began. First, they lost access to their gold and silver mines. They were also paying armies that were on foot, and they were miles and miles away from Athens. So as they pay their armies to buy goods and services from the local populations, a deflation occurs in Athens because they're sending all of their coinage out of the city. Then they started debasing their coinage to pay for the war. If you take in 1,000 coins in taxes, and then you melt those down, those gold coins, and you mix 50% copper into your gold, now you can mint 2,000 coins. So if you take in only 1,000 coins, but you spend 2,000 coins, what is that called? That is deficit spending. Athens began to do that during this war with Sparta. They also had these great public works, which were very expensive. And they finished the Temple of Athena Nike during the truce in the middle. There was a 6-year truce in the middle of this 27-year war. So they didn't stop their great public works and allow their market economy to heal from the expense of this war. As they debased their coinage, people would take the new debased coins at face value at first, until there were a whole bunch of those. And there's something called Gresham's Law, where people tend to save to keep the thing that's rare, and they spend the thing that's common into circulation first. So all of the gold and silver coins started to disappear from circulation and become quite rare, and it was just these copper coins. Suddenly, it took a whole bunch of copper coins to buy a gold or silver coin, one of those old gold or silver coins. This is the first time that gold or silver ever had a price. Before that, everything was measured in a weight of gold and silver. So a large factor in Athens' downfall was the expense of war, the expansion of empire, the debasement of their currency, the eventual inflation that was caused. You know, they minted these coins until they became nothing but flecks of copper. This was actually the world's first hyperinflation. And what it did was it financially debilitated Athens to the point where in 404 BC they surrendered to Sparta. And eventually they became nothing but a satellite of Rome. The thing that amazes me is how history just keeps on repeating and repeating and repeating, and we never learn from all of our stupid mistakes. We just repeat the same stupid mistakes over and over and over again. Today, we are doing the same thing that the Athenians did that caused the loss of their great culture. We're doing the same currency debasement. We're doing the same deficit spending, and it's for the same reasons. It's for war, and it's for great public works.
The interesting thing about the Peloponnesian War was how it started. I would say one of the interesting parallels is that it started really with Athens at its height and with a level of hubris that set them down the road towards ruin. Perhaps they felt that they were,
superior, couldn't make a mistake.
Exactly.
They knew better.
Exactly. And they ended up destroying their society as a result.
It's a road that we're going down today, right?
I think absolutely.
Yeah. There was a play written shortly after the Peloponnesian Wars about the worthlessness of the copper flecks that were their coinage at the time. So we go from gold and silver, very high value money, to a currency that has a face value. And it's the first example that I can find in history where a war and great public works were being funded through deficit spending. What you've just seen is the first recorded example of one of the most predictable hidden secrets of money, the 7 stages of empire. It's a long-term cycle that echoes throughout history right to this very day, and is basically a societal pendulum that swings from quality money to quantity currency, and back again to quality money. It always plays out in 7 stages. It always ends with gold delivering a knockout blow to debased currencies. And it goes like this. Stage 1. The country starts out with good money, which is either gold or silver, or it's backed by gold or silver. Stage 2. As it develops economically and socially, it begins to take on more and more economic burdens, adding layer upon layer of public works. Stage 3. As its economic affluence grows, so does its political influence, and it increases expenditures to fund a massive military. Stage 4. Eventually, it puts its military to use, and expenditures explode. Stage 5. To fund the war, it steals the wealth of its people by debasing their coinage with base metals, or by replacing their money with currency that can be created in unlimited quantities. Stage 6. The loss in purchasing power of the expanded currency supply is sensed by the population and the financial markets, triggering a loss of faith in the currency. Stage 7. A mass movement out of currency into precious metals and other tangible assets takes place. The currency collapses, and gold and silver rise in price as they account for the huge quantity of currency that was created. This process transfers massive wealth to those who had the foresight to position themselves beforehand in real money, gold and silver. You know, our monetary system basically steals from the poor and middle class and transfers the wealth to the banks. We see this throughout history, and it's just repeating over and over again. What's happening in Greece right now is basically the same thing that was happening back in 407 BC. The deficit spending to fund all of these public works and the debasement of their currency supply caused them to become nothing but a satellite of Rome. Today, they're becoming nothing but a satellite of the banks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you heard that information from Mike Maloney, let's see here. We want to make sure that we're going right back to quality money, which is definitely a goal. He talked about a wealth transfer, and in that 7th stage, we want to focus on having the best form of money, and that's gold. So let's talk about it. Gold is money, as we've been talking about in this series, The Hidden Secrets of Money by Mr. Mike Maloney. And he's laid that out for us, and it's a safe store of value to hold our wealth. And Karatbars International is perfectly placed as a goal acquisition and wealth building system that's going to focus on financial freedom, and we have a payment system. So we save the money that we want to keep in physical gold, and we get paid to share this information with others. That's exactly what Karatbars does. Karatbars was founded in 2011, and of course we have to update this slide because now we're actively doing business in over 130 countries right now. The company was founded in 2011, and it is stationed at Stuttgart, Germany. And here is the CEO and founder, the visionary of Karatbars International, Mr. Harold Seitz. And you will have an opportunity to meet him. He's an author. He's been featured on several magazines. You'll be able to meet him April 12th and 13th, as he's going to be in Atlanta for our Let's Go Weekend 8, which he's had the pleasure of attending several times. He loves being here with us in Atlanta, and we look forward to hosting him again. And his mission is to produce the highest quality of gold available in the marketplace. And he wants to make it easily accessible for the masses of honest people around the world at a price point everyone can afford. His goal is that Karatbars helps millions around the world find financial freedom from the current system of debt, We've talked a little bit about that system in the Hidden Secrets of Money. Now we get to talk more about a solution via Karatbars. And we have a global system, and it's been proven. Everything else is a money substitute. So we're going to focus on the best form of money, which is gold. And we have 3 optional ways for you to participate in the system. As we look at this, your first option will be just to save gold. You can open a free affiliate savings account. And why would you want to save gold? We've been talking about the hidden secrets of money. So you've heard from Mr. Mike Maloney. Also, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, has definitely acquired and saves in physical gold. This is just some of our gold products. You have 1 gram, 2.5 in the middle, and 5 gram increments to the extreme right. And these are affordable for everyone on the planet. And if that wasn't enough, we actually have cash gold, which is 1/10 of a gram at the top left, 2/10, 4/10, and 6/10 of a gram of physical gold. You can actually connect and be part of a global community of businesses called K Exchanges, where the merchant has decided to accept Karatbars Gold as a form of payment. That is happening all around the world right now. And we have Karat Bank. We have a global money system that is supported and connected to physical gold. And Karat Pay is our app that you can use right now. You could download it at Apple or Google Play, and you can download that and transfer physical gold via the app with just a few clicks of a button on your smartphone or whatever device you feel like using. And option 2, you can save and earn in the free position. You can earn up to 6% and it's paid out once a month. And we also have a free loyalty bonus for people saving in physical gold. So option 3, you can maximize your income. You just complete your free registration, select a business package. Any business package will do. I jumped in and immediately got my VIP package a little over 3 years ago, and I just haven't stopped sharing the information since. But you can get whatever business package works for your budget. And due to some guidelines and laws, we have to just upload KYCs, which is know your customer. You'd upload a driver's license or any state ID, and you'll upload just a basic information for where you live, because we'll be delivering physical gold, real money, to your address. And then you set up your auto exchange. You can pay yourself every 2 weeks, weekly, monthly, however you want to do it, and invite people right away. This is how you maximize your income and create a system of leverage and duplication as you have people just continue to do the same things. And as you jump into that dual team system, as you acquire a business package and share with others, you share with Dan, share with Cheryl, they get excited, they share with other people, they get a business package, and then you're creating a system of business that continues to duplicate and duplicate. And in this system, we actually get paid to save and share information about returning people to quality money, which is physical gold. And as they continue to share that information with others, it creates a network of gold savers. So they're keeping their money in the best form of money, gold, and getting paid to do so. So as you choose a dual team or business package, you're entered into a dual team system. What's great about jumping into this is that you actually have 2 teams, one on the left, one on the right. And as you acquire, or your team acquires, gold and pretty much all the products in Care Bars come with units. So you'll be able to acquire these units with these systems, along with, if you select the business package, each of those come with units. And as you have units accumulate on the left and right team, 25 on one side, 50 on the other, depending on whatever business package you selected, you get a dual team payout because of the activity of your group. So you can have up to 180,000 dual team payouts per week. That's a great problem to have. And as we go into how do we get paid, our business partner MasterCard has issued us a privately issued prepaid MasterCard. And we encourage you to use your MasterCard for spending and your goal for savings. So guys, I want to let you know, and everyone on this video, that the research really has already been done. We have the London Bullion Market Association, our refinery partner, that ensures that the gold is delivered, of course, on time. We're actively doing business in over 130 countries right now. So you cannot do more, and I've said this live in our live events and meetings, you cannot do more research than a country. We have over 130 countries doing business with Care Bars right now. Our delivery partner is FedEx, so part of that KYC process helps our delivery partner FedEx deliver gold and business packages directly to your home address. And we already mentioned our business partner for payment. Payment partner is MasterCard. And think about what MasterCard does as a business. Of course, they vet people and investigate people to see if they're credit worthy. That's part of their business model. And then we also have a licensing partner called the Vatican. All right, we have a free fundraising option in Care Bars International, and they ordered 100,000 specialty cards with the Pope on it. Wow. And guess what? All of those first orders are done. So they ordered a second order of 100,000. And guess what? All of those have been acquired and purchased. So right now we're actively on the third rendition of that specialty card. So guys, if the Vatican is one of our licensing partners and they're using Care Bars for fundraising, it's definitely something you want to jump into. And then we have thousands of customers and affiliates throughout the world. Like I said, we're doing business in over 130 countries right now as you listen to this information. And guys, we want to make this super simple. Let's take 3 simple actions. We save a lot of gold, we tell a lot of people, and that way we'll be able to make a lot of money. And that's the 3 steps that we take in Care Bars International, especially with our Wealth Builders Worldwide team. I mentioned to you we have a huge live event where the CEO of Care Bars International will be coming. He's been flying in from Germany to meet us here in Atlanta, and that's going to be in April 12th and April 13th of 2019. So I hope to see you guys there. April 12th is absolutely free. You see the letsgoweekend.com website right there. You can get your tickets for Saturday, but April 12th is absolutely free. You'll get to meet the CEO and founder of Care Bars International face to face, and we look forward to meeting you there. Now, if I'm the person sharing this information with you via YouTube, go straight to my website, kickstartyourdreams.net, and get your free affiliate registration completed immediately, and I'll be able to reach out to you with more further details to get you started. And if I am not the person sharing this information with you, get back with the person sharing these details with you. They have your best interests at heart. So thank you for watching this live or watching this information, and get back with whoever has shared this information with you right away. Thank you for your time.